Right now on WUSA 9 News at 4, we are in extended weather impact alert coverage of today's winter storm. We've been warning you about this for days now, and it is finally here. Take a live look outside and at the radar as we closely track the storm.
Yeah, the shot of the White House there is beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, we expect to see several inches of snow before this is all over. And we're here to keep you and your family safe through it all. Thank you for being here with us on WUSA 9 and streaming on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Simone D'Alba. Right now, a lot of people are trying to make their way home. Crews are on the roads trying to keep things clear. And we are in your communities, reporting live on the conditions and the response to the storm.
Yeah, our weather impact alert coverage begins right now with meteorologist Caitlin McGrath and the Chief Topper Shut. Caitlin, let's start with you. Who's getting hit the hardest right now?
So it's really most of Northern Virginia and Southern Maryland, specifically areas south of I-66 that are seeing these really impressive snowfall rates. I'm talking 1.5 to 2 inches per hour, but I'll put the pause here on radar and you can see areas north where you see that really light shading of blue. That's just some really light snow and flurries. We're starting to see those snowfall rates pick up in and around the Beltway. Right now, some steady light snow falling through the district, but for the next several hours, roads will just be wet until we can super cool the roads and start to see that snow accumulate on roads, driveways, and sidewalks. But we're already seeing that where we're seeing those really heavy snowfall rates from Prince Frederick down into Solomons, Mechanicsville, Leonardtown, over toward Colonial Beach, where you see that really deep shading of blue. That's where our kind of bullseye is for this storm, where we could see more than 6 inches of snow. Now, where you see that shading of yellow mixing in for Ladysmith and Port Royal, those are even higher snowfall rates, at least 2 inches per hour, making for really difficult travel from Ladysmith up into Fredericksburg along 95. Culpeper, Goldvein, and Quantico also seeing some of this moderate to occasionally heavy snow. Still a little bit lighter back into parts of Dale City, Manassas, over into Fairfax and Chantilly. You head into Loudoun County and Montgomery County, still coming down at a really light clip. For now, it will pick up though over the next several hours. So again, where we have that plus hanging off of the 6 inches there, that's where we could see 6 to 8, maybe even 10 inches of snow. It's going to be a pretty thin band where we see that bullseye. And right now it really does look like it could be in parts of southern Maryland over into Fredericksburg and Orange, with less snow the farther north you go. So if you're in Montgomery County, Loudoun County, you're probably going to walk away closer to that 4-inch mark. And the closer you get to 270, that's where you'll probably end up closer to about 2 inches back into Westminster, Hagerstown, and parts of Cumberland. So as we head through the next several hours, radar's going to have a pretty similar look to it. Lighter snow for areas north, moderate to heavy snow off to the south of I-66 and east of 95. This is 8 o'clock tonight. Really not a lot of change. What we'll be tracking really carefully is the center of this storm and where we have a rain snow line. We could mix in a little bit of sleet for parts of far southern Maryland, but it does look to be a mainly, if not completely, snow event as we head throughout the evening and overnight hours. The good news is by the time you wake up on Wednesday morning, you might have a few flakes or flurries, but most of this storm is going to be out of here. And then we have another storm to track coming up Wednesday afternoon and evening. I'll have those details in just a few minutes. But first, we want to send things outside to the weather terrace with Chief Meteorologist Topper Shut. The snow is looking nice, and you're getting in some great photos from our weather watchers, too.
Yeah, we really are. We want to keep asking the weather watchers to send the pictures in, or if you have our app, just go to Near Me and upload the pictures or videos. It's super easy. You know, we have, again, it's a snow. It's not accumulating yet on the sidewalks or on the streets, but it is starting to pick up on the tree limbs. That's kind of pretty. All right, so let's talk about and show you some pictures. These are just great pictures, and actually some of them are just fresh in here. So here is one, and this is from Fredericksburg. David Andrews. This came in about 3 o'clock. You know, Fredericksburg, that looks like about a good inch, half an inch, probably have an inch by now. It's been snowing pretty hard down there. And also, this just came in a little while ago, and we do encourage pictures because this is great. Now, this is from Culpeper, and it looks to me like they have, Linda sent this in, I would say 2-3 inches. That was at 3:40 this afternoon. So Weather Watch is doing their job, sending pictures in. Keep them coming, please. Now, let's talk about the timeline. So from now until 6, snow, but heavy at times DC and south. Little mixing possible. Interstate's okay. Only problem is going to be side roads and air travel. We'll say 1 to 3 inches. Now we get into, say, you know, the 6 p.m. to midnight hour. Now we got snow becoming light by midnight, Road's still slippery, an additional 2 to 4 inches. So between now and midnight is going to be the lion's share of the accumulating snow. Not to say we couldn't see some light snow between midnight and 6 a.m. Yes, that's certainly likely, but I don't see any additional accumulation. We could even see some flurries between 6 a.m. and noon. I still don't see any accumulation. And then by noon to 6 p.m. tomorrow, now we have rain developing. Yes, rain. Temperatures above 32, a little bit of a mix north and west where that ice storm warning is, but that does not look like a big deal at this point. There are the warnings in white. That is the obviously the winter storm warning. That has not changed since yesterday. These are your ice storm warnings out here in red along the Blue Ridge and also west into the mountains. So, but the good news is we're not going to see a lot of ice, because that would be a big problem. If we get, a lot of snow on the branches, we don't need a coating of ice, and there's going to be no ice in the immediate metro. Bet you guys.
Look like you're in a postcard.
It does.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, come back in here. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Meanwhile, our weather impact alert coverage continues with meteorologist Michaela Lucero. She's been live in Eco 9 tracking all the road conditions.
Yeah, Michaela, you've been riding around since about noon today. Last time we saw you, you were in Woodbridge. Where are you now and what are you seeing?
We have been toggling between Woodbridge and Lorton, Virginia, and I got to get you outside right now because it has changed significantly. Even in the last half hour, look at this. Our visibilities are really starting to go down. The camera really isn't doing it justice. It's getting pretty tough to see out here, and it is starting to stick, especially if you look towards the left side there. You can see parts of the road are starting to get pretty covered in that snowfall. Our wipers are starting to get pretty caked with snow as well. I'll give you a look out our front camera so you can kind of see what my driver, photographer Matt is seeing. It is starting to get a little slick out here. It is starting to stick to the roads. The grass, all sorts of grass surfaces are covered. Even the sidewalks are getting that light dusting on them. So areas that have been treated are already starting to see that snowfall sticking. You can also see it on the shoulder here, how much snow is starting to accumulate there. So if you can, we're actually just passing over the Occoquan River now, heading closer to Woodbridge, headed from Lorton to Woodbridge. And you can see even more snow starting to stick as we pass over this bridge right now. I'll give you a little bit of a look towards the right. If we head back to our top camera and give you a little clearing here, you can see that it is pretty significantly. Oh, and our windshield wiper has frozen to the other side. The snow is a little too much for that windshield wiper now, and it has stuck. So the roads are still pretty tough out here. It was quick. It was quick how fast it went from pretty clear roads, just a little wet, and now we're seeing that snow starting to stick. So if you can, stay off the roads for today, and if you have to be out on the roads, I'll tell you what my dad always told me. I grew up in Colorado, and it was snowy. He'd always say, take it easy. Just take it easy. Go nice and slow out there. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio from Eco 9. I'm meteorologist Michaela Lucero, WUSA 9.
Michaela, we talk about this is exactly why it is so important what you're doing, driving out there, giving us this perspective so you at home don't have to be out in the elements.
I'm going to remember your dad's advice there, Michaela. Take it easy. Take it easy. Just breathe.
Take it easy.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Michaela. We appreciate it. All right, you be safe. Let's head to Prince George's County now. Our environmental impact reporter, Scott Broom, is tracking conditions there. And Scott, we understand it's not really the snow just causing issues here, but a big issue with the water for a lot of our neighbors. Tell us more.
Right, big water main break, big water outage in the southern part of the county. This is District Heights, Silver Hill Road, the Giant. We stand out a few minutes before we go live. That's how much snow is accumulated, just 3 or 4 minutes standing out waiting to talk to you. My partner behind the camera, James Hash. Take a look at the parking lot. This is the moderate wet snow that's been falling now for more than an hour. It's been consistent. Parking lots are wet and people are out and about because they are trying to get water after a big outage today in Prince George's County due to a water main break. Let's look at the maps. Largely, the area of Prince George's County, the southern part of the county, from Pennsylvania Avenue all the way down to the county line, has either had low water pressure or no water at times today because of a massive water main break that occurred just off the Beltway up around 214. Let me show you some of the pictures WSSC sent us a short time ago of the attempt at repairs there. It's in the woods right off the Beltway. They're having to build a road to get in there to repair this pipe. Now, they've rerouted some of the water pressure around that, and they're trying to bring the water pressure out throughout the county, but there is a boil water advisory in effect in this section of Prince George's County right now because of this water pressure issue. Here at the Giant, people are showing up and trying to buy as much water as they can while the WSSC has set up 2 stations to give away water, one at the old Rosecroft Raceway and one down at the sports park at the 11,000 block of Thrift Road in Clinton. Let's just put it this way, water is in short supply in this part of Prince George's County with a boil water order in effect. Let you listen to some of the affected people and Lynn Riggin of the WSSC. Here is what people have been telling me today.
There is no water at
There
my
is
house.
no water.
It's not on. When I woke up this morning before I went into work, it was out. We didn't even have a warning or anything. I just woke up, we tried to turn the faucet on to brush my teeth, and it was no water. We don't know how we're going to take a shower or cook food because you need water.
It's terrible. This is the worst time for the water to go out, right when we're having a storm. So hopefully they can hurry up and do something about it.
Okay, we didn't hear from Lynn there, but what she told us from the WSSC is that the repair is underway, and while they've rerouted water around that repair, which may take days to fix, water pressures are coming back up. That means you're likely to begin seeing water at your tap again if you're affected with zero water in this section of Prince George's County sometime soon. But you gotta boil it, because once the pressure's gone down, there's a possibility of contamination getting in it. That's likely to continue at least another 48 hours as the water begins to come back online and the water gets recharged. This water main was 4.5 feet in diameter, serves the whole southern 1/3 of Prince George's County. Something like 10 million gallons of water an hour is what they lost out of that. So it's a big infrastructure failure. Okay, so here at the Giant, you can see the snow falling. There are a lot of people here trying to buy water. They're still out on the roads, which are thankfully at this hour wet in this part of Prince George's County, as people are out and about trying to deal with snow and the lack of water. And of course, schools, about 60 schools in the southern part of the county didn't even get open today. You got to worry about the weather tomorrow with schools, and we also have to worry about the water situation. So it's just a double whammy in Prince George's today, particularly in the southern part of the county below Pennsylvania Avenue, Route 4. Reporting live from District Heights, Scott Broom, WUSA 9. A lot to cover there.
Yeah,
Back to you.
you got through a lot there, Scott. I can't help but think about what the guy said you spoke with earlier. What an awful time to lose water, huh? Hopefully this storm does not impact
No
the
kidding.
WSSC's efforts to repair that water main there. All right, Scott, keep us updated. Thank you. And you be safe out there too, my friend.
Meanwhile, in the district, crews started working on treating the roadways last night. DC Public Schools have not called an early dismissal. Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz is live outside of Beers Elementary in Southeast DC, where we know a snow emergency that was announced by the district just about 2 hours away. We can see the snow picking up near you, Rafa.
Yeah, that's right. After school programming for both middle and high schools has been canceled, but the programming for elementary schools, including here at Beers Elementary, is still underway. And as you mentioned, Simone, Mayor Muriel Bowser has declared a snow emergency beginning at 6:30 tonight. Now, this will continue until at least the end of tomorrow, Wednesday. The snow emergency means drivers cannot park on snow emergency routes. If you do, your car could be towed or relocated to a side street to make way for crews trying to clear the roads of snow. Meanwhile, parents here at Beers Elementary School tell me they hope tomorrow will be a snow day because they're concerned for slick roads. Let's listen.
It's really dangerous on the streets to be driving. And so it looks like since people went back to work, so it's going to be a lot of heavy traffic. So yes, we hope they do cancel school because we drive him to school.
Yeah. Were you surprised that they didn't make a call earlier today?
I was surprised. They did not make a call. We
They
called
made-
the school.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
called the school.
And they told me that 1:30 was the best time to come pick him up. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. So.
Let me guess. You don't want to go to school tomorrow?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you heard it there. DCPS is telling parents to check on social media and keep monitoring the situation until they make a call about tomorrow. Again, these parents are expecting a short week because they have Friday off and Monday is holiday, President's Day, so they're kind of monitoring the situation. You know, it's interesting that you mentioned Michaela saying that her dad telling her to take it easy. Look, we're on Alabama Avenue and people are not taking it easy as they're leaving the district. So it's another reminder wherever you are. I know it looks just wet, but just take it slow, especially near school crossing areas like we are right now. Live in Southeast, I'm Rafael Sanchez Cruz, WUSA 9.
You know, you said it. DC has no chill when it comes to the roads, to the drivers. And Rafa, you know, hearing absolutely not.
Yeah, didn't you feel that?
In my soul, I felt that. And so for them, we hope they get their snow day for the kids. Rafa, thank you.
Absolutely not, man. A lot there. All right, let's check in with our Matthew Torres now. He is live in Fairfax County, where crews are working to clear the roads. And first up, Matthew, where's your hat?
Where is your hat? Yeah.
Hey, I really just want to soak it all in. I want to feel the snowflakes. I want to experience this winter weather that we're happening here right now. So yeah, from the last hour compared to now, we're seeing more snow here. We're just on the side of 495, just before the South Van Dorn Street exit. Take a look here on the grassy area. You can see where the snow is accumulating. Now, as we tilt up, just to give you an idea of the interstate here, so far it looks like the roads are okay for now. It's really just wet. On the other side of this interstate, in the last hour, we saw a lot of rush hour traffic, especially as people were trying to get home before the worst of this snowstorm. But so far, the traffic is now moving seemingly. The Virginia Department of Transportation says the first priority is to clear the interstate, then the primary roads. Residential streets are last on that list, but truck drivers I spoke with today say once they get a handle on the main roads, they will try to get to the neighborhoods as soon as possible. Virginia National Guard soldiers have also been deployed and staged in facilities along I-95 to support any of the responses. But one of the truck drivers whose job is to take care of 395 has this message for everyone.
At least 12-hour shift, so it's pretty busy. Just when you see us out here, just please be cautious of the vehicle, and our objective is for everyone to get home safe.
Get home safe. That is their biggest message tonight. So back out here live here on the interstate. Again, this is what the flow of traffic is looking like right now as more snow is coming down. Here next to the salt barn, we see more of those crews ready to go, ready to respond if need be, but we'll of course keep an eye out on things here for now, but we'll send things back over there in the studio.
Yeah, a big thank you to John and all those other truck drivers out there tonight making sure the roads are clear. Matthew, thank you. And by the way, next time we see you, we hope you're wearing a hat, okay?
Get him one of those WUSA 9 hats.
All right, thank you, Matthew.